The Spurs have a lot of money. The Spurs are going to have a lot of money over the next 2 or 3 years. They can make something happen. They can bring someone in via free agency. They can bring someone in via trade. Who would that guy be? If you're talking about complementing Dejounte Murray. So I called my guys over there at SSPN, Jude McClaren and Ethan Quintero, to see what they thought. Take it away, Jude.
What's up, SpursTubeTv? It's Jude, it's Ethan. Oh, I didn't do that right, but we're here from SSPN, and today we're going to be doing a fun little video for you guys. We're going to be talking about if we could pick one star/superstar from around the NBA that we could pair with our guy, Dejounte Murray, who's been having a great season, just got nominated to be one of the Western Conference Players of the Month, potentially. If it ends up working out, we'll see how that goes. We know how the NBA's been with San Antonio recently. But Ethan, if you could have your hand pick of the league, if you could be Ronnie 2K and create the roster, who'd you pick?
I think it's only fitting that I go with an underdog, a guy that is similar to Dejounte Murray as far as personality goes. So I'm going to go with Boston Celtics' Jaylen Brown, who can play the 2 or the 3. He's averaging 24 points a game this season, Jude, on 46% shooting from the field, 36% from three-point land. The dude's an absolute dog. He can score on all 3 levels, and I think most importantly, he keeps our defensive-minded identity next to Dejounte Murray. I think they can play off of each other very well, similarly to how DeMar DeRozan and Zach LaVine are kind of able to play off of each other. But with this, obviously, a much more defensive flavor around it. And I think he would only improve being on the Spurs because he's such a great scorer. Right now, he's really having to share the load with Jason Tatum, who is their definite number 1 option. With the Spurs, he really doesn't have to worry about that because DJ worries about scoring second, I feel like, and is more of a facilitator and a defensive-minded point guard in general. So he would get a lot of shots and possibly be that next all-star level player in San Antonio.
I want to say he's around 24, 25, kind of in that same age range as Dejounte, so that works on that track as well. They could build a dynasty together. There's been a lot of Spurs fans that have come out and said that they really like the idea of Jaylen Brown potentially moving to the Spurs. I think he said some nice things about the Spurs in the past too, so definitely eyeball emojis. That would be awesome. I'm going to go with something a little bit different, but somebody at pretty much the same position, that 2 to 3 role. I'm going to go with one of the Splash Brothers. I'm rolling with Klay Thompson. If I could choose anybody to play off of Dejounte Murray, it's somebody who's also a dog on defense and can be that sniper that can really play off ball of somebody like him. This year, we've really seen Dejounte's ISO game improve. We know he's had the mid-range for forever, but now he's been hitting pull-up threes in transition. He's just been doing so much more with the ball in his hands, and at sometimes, especially late in the clutch, he's really been a one-man offense. Imagine if he could kick it to somebody like Klay Thompson in the corner. I know we have Dougie McBuckets, and we love him, and we're glad we signed him, but, you know, we've learned he can have some off games sometimes. With Klay, you know what you're going to get most of the time. Obviously, everybody has off games in the NBA, but I feel like Klay would be a consistent kind of... I mean, imagine if Doug McBuckets was just an all-star. I feel like that's Klay Thompson. So if you could put Klay Thompson next to Dejounte Murray, not only would you still have that defensive dog on both of those guys that you really love to see and matches kind of that Spurs mentality, but you'd also be able to kind of have a little bit more of an outside off-ball superstar next to Dejounte, which I'd love to see.
Can't go wrong either way, Jude.
Can't go wrong. Jaylen Brown, Klay Thompson, those are your SSPN picks if we could choose any player in the league to stick next to Dejounte Murray. SpursTubeTv, keep coming over, checking out the content from Rob. If you like this, you can check out our channel. Just type in SSPN or any other Spurs news. We do live streams. We do a bunch of other stuff. So thank y'all for tuning in. Go to SpursTubeTv.com. You can find some merch there from Rob and from us. We appreciate y'all.
I'm not going to lie. Both of these guys next to Dejounte Murray makes perfect sense. I've been a big fan of Jaylen Brown coming to San Antonio ever since he was with Coach Pop in the FIBA games in 2019. Klay Thompson, that would be the dream if he ever left Golden State, which I don't think is in the future. Pairing him next to Dejounte Murray definitely does sound like a lot of fun. Thanks for Jude and Ethan for hopping on. Guys, go subscribe to their channel. The link to SSPN is in the description below. If you want to get more Spurs content, subscribe to this channel. Go to SpursTubeTv.com. Follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and if you want to support the channel, check out the Patreon link in the description below. Go Spurs, go. Por vida.